I'm going to drum and sing, and you're going to get pulled a little bit by me, you might notice that there might be something in the melody that makes you feel like turning, or makes you feel like doing a circle, or makes you feel like doing an 8, or makes you feel like doing an arabesque, and makes you feel like adding a little sound, because that's like giving yourself more energy or more whoosh, right? To make your rounder shape. So you might notice that, and again, you're always invited to just go back to da-da-dum, da-da-dum, have no good ideas, don't even dance, just walk around, right? If you can walk, you're already ahead of the game, because that's harder than walking, right? As a dancer, to be just present, no fancy moves. So that's all very good dancing too.
Workshop tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. So, any observations, or how did it change to have suddenly a song there in terms of your feeling free to do whatever you want? Did it feel easier, harder? Did you think more? Did you think less? Just curious.
If I don't think at all, then I'm fine. It's more that if I think of it, then I'll like stop a bit in my head, even just for a split second.
Yeah.
So I just try not to think and just keep on moving.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it easier to do that without the song or with the song, to turn off your head? Just curious.
Oh, it's easier to turn off my head when I'm like there's not much going on. So if we were just kind of, if I'm just doing, and that's easy to just not think. But if you're doing all this stuff, like even just like the walking, dancing, listening to music, listening to your voice, the drum, and
You started analyzing more?
I start thinking, I'll think, but then I just like, no, don't think, just keep on moving. Even if it's just not like doesn't make sense, kind of like just move, doesn't matter.
Good.
Yeah.
For me, my body wants to do whatever it wants, but then
Yeah.
my brain is also trying to pay attention to what the rhythm is and.
Because you're partially thinking, how do I play that on the drum? I can see your brain kind of going back and forth.
I would love to do that. But
Yeah. Yeah. Curious.
had to pick one, I would say that it's easier for me to feel freer when there's more going on, when there's, with the singing and everything.
It looked like
It
you
just
were
made
more-
me feel better.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I still have a problem even, like, all of a sudden I'll just lose it.
Yeah.
I think that's normal.
Who doesn't do that? I do that.
I do the same, I stop zilling and I just kind of walk with the beat and then I can pick it back up and kind of, because I find when you're singing and drumming, it's a little groovier and you seem to kind of I get into it a little bit easier than when we're, you know, counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and really getting mathematical about it. Then I start to get all like, oh my God, you want me to walk at the same time? Like that's just crazy. But with I find what we just did a lot easier to move. And even when I do screw up or I kind of get lost, it's just like, it's easy to get back into it. So I'm not really thinking about it.
Also, you know, when there is more going on, you don't have to fill every little second, right? Right now we're being very free. I'm not giving you a choreography. I'm not telling you what to do where or anything like that. And you're not doing that with yourself either, right? You're not planning it. So I just hurled you into it. But in reality, if you were, let's say, doing that little folk song, which would be a nice one to play Zills too, would you necessarily have to play Zills every freaking second? No. It would be fine to stop. In fact, what might feel like a glitch or a mistake to you might have actually been artful. Might have been, oh, it's time to shut up for a few minutes and then come back, right?
You're very kind,
No,
but I don't think it was.
but it's true. It's true. I'm not saying that it wasn't you having a freeze.
Yeah.
It might have been, but also that part of what you're allowed to do with yourself is to actually not judge those moments so much, to actually allow them and to actually consider that the more you actually work with anything that you're working with dance, with zills, all of it, that sometimes those little moments, rather than having, you know, a reaction to them or a judgment, you can just go, okay, you know, I stopped zilling there, but, you know, I'm still walking, I'm still breathing, I'm still present, I'm gonna come back to my zills, and it's fine. And, you know, eventually it will get to the place where you trust that sometimes your instincts are there. It's not necessarily your fear or your freeze up. It might just be a call that you made, you know. I invited you to improvise, right? I didn't make you do anything specific. You know, in a song like that, it might just be that you go da 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 ding ding. Maybe that's the only place you play the zills. Da 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 dee, right? Which is if you would hear all the instruments and stuff in there, you might just play the little responses, the little in-betweens that the instruments are playing, right? So sometimes cutting out is perfect. It's exactly what's musically tasty, yeah?
I need to work on that.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I like that.
All Zill